In 2006, the Rayne Foundation asked Dance UK to work with them to find choreographers who could apply for a new fellowship called the Rayne Fellowships for Choreographers. And the Rayne Foundation is very interested in bridge building in society and bringing communities together. And they'd identified choreographers as people who were used to dealing with lots of people, lots of different people, communicating with them in a non-verbal form, and also for exhibiting huge levels of empathy with people that they're working with.
I went to speak to all sorts of people in the dance world, eminent figures who were playing major parts in dance. And one of the things that came out of those conversations was that too many choreographers were not really engaging with the wider world. They might be making wonderful steps, but in many cases they weren't making particularly meaningful steps because they weren't really, their creations weren't being driven by ideas. And so I started talking to various people as to how we might respond to that, and came up with this idea that we might run a fellowship program for choreographers to engage more with the wider world.
Dance UK managed an application process for choreographers to apply to the Rayne Foundation to receive £10,000, which would enable them to stop working, to undertake 5 secondments, 3 in non-arts environments and 2 in arts environments that were outside dance. So it was all about the choreographers being able to broaden their horizons and connect with different areas of society.
So it's that vision that artists have this powerful role to play in society, that they can really make a difference by connecting people, bringing people in from the margins of society, easing conflicts, all that sort of thing. So that was the idea. The nub of the idea was to help individual choreographers to engage more with the wider world and make their contribution.
The secondments that they undertook, they chose themselves. They had ideas of where they wanted to go and who they wanted to connect with. And either through their own tenacity or through the contacts of Dance UK and the Rayne Foundation, we managed to get them secondments in most of the places they wanted to work in. These ranged from being seconded in the army, going to the Soil Association, going to St Giles, a homeless charity dealing with homeless people in London, working in hospices, visiting the Day of the Dead festival, working at the Opera House, Taints and Ives, the Whitechapel. It was incredibly diverse range of experiences that the fellows undertook.
So that was one idea, that we would have a series of secondments where these choreographers would be challenged, provoked, given a chance to have new experiences. And then after that, they have a chance to reflect on all those new experiences and come up with a big idea, some practical project which would apply some of the lessons which they've learned from all those secondments.